Hi everybody, we're continuing to work on, the fuselage. So this is still the first chapter, which is the mid-fused bulkheads. That sounds just as confusing coming out of my mouth as it does when it hits my ears. And what I'm working on here is creating the two brackets that the control column, yes, that's the name of it, that's the thing that holds the two control sticks. It's called the control column. I looked it up. This is the bracket that will attach to the ribs that attach to the front mid-fused bulkhead that the control column attaches to. Yeah. So I'm just deburring away, chatting with Mikey, who's over, and countersinking all the holes in need. And all I have to do is I will be priming that. Once Mikey goes, I'll be priming that, and then actually riveting the two together. Flush riveting, actually, double flush riveting. There I am setting up the squeezer. I do like the nice small pieces. Get that squeezer right on in there. Unfortunately, I don't think that in the fuselage this is really going to be a common occurrence unless it's by an edge. The next chapter is a nightmare, and half of everything it's going to be, yeah, we'll talk about that later. I'm having nightmares about it. So yeah, both of the brackets now, again, as I mentioned in the last video, these brackets are not only left and right-handed, but the four pieces that you have, two are left-handed, two are right-handed, but they also have little bevels on them that were cut for the ball bearing that you'll put in between them, so make sure you get that right. Or you're going to wind up ordering new pieces from Vans. Anyway, so now we've started on the actual ribs. So there's 8 ribs total. So these are the cover ribs, or at least this is the first round of cover ribs. I believe there's some outside ones and some ones that go by the firewall and all that, but that's on a later chapter. So there's 8 ribs, and you can see them right there. One of them's got the blue vinyl on it. Thankfully, they're identical. You're going to have 2 sets of 4, and one of them, of each one of those sets, will have that bracket that we were making riveted to it. Thankfully, the other 3 are identical, so you'll do a little bit of deburring and deburring, sorry. You're going to do some dimpling of some number 40 holes on the other 3, and all 3 of those on both sides are identical. So basically, 6 of them are identical. You're going to do some dimpling, but only in selective spots, and then some deburring. And of course, there's a couple of nut plates that'll go on each. But that's it, right? The only 2 special ones are the ones that actually attach, and you can see I'm putting on right here. I'm actually riveting that bracket onto that rib. So except for those 2 ribs. So those 2 ribs have a couple of special nut plates that get put on instead, but the rest of the dimpling is the same as the other 6 ribs. And I realize that none of that really makes sense. But just trust me, it's right, because I've read those damn instructions about 10 times. I didn't want to screw them up. So, yep, in it for the day. Quick little thing. What you see me playing with on the table just then, that red metal, that's actually the door handle for the Canopy, which I ordered and will explain in the next video. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we will see you soon.